Yo, what is up? Happy New Year, everybody. It's the Beast, and welcome back to the channel, The Beast On. Now, if you're new to the channel, you know this. If you see this face, if you hear this voice, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified when new videos are up. And a couple new things. One, always share the channel, share the video, tell your friends, your family, aliens you may encounter, anyone doing anal probes, whatever it takes. But I just learned this. If you give me a thumbs up because you like the video, Google uses that to show the video to more people, and then we get more love. And I love love. Who doesn't love love? Everyone needs love. All we need is love. Yeah. A couple things before we get going on today's hot topic, which is the future of the Dolphins and Tua. One, I'm a little bit nervous today because today is the day that I start my next chapter in education. That's right. The person that Hank Goldberg once called the eternal sophomore is going back to school starting today at Lynn University, doing it all online because of the pandemic, and I don't want to be around classes full of people, but I'm going back to get my MBA with a secondary graduate degree in media management. So that's going to take me a year, supposedly, if I put in the work and start doing a million courses at once. So in a year, I will have an MBA and a graduate degree in media management, and then I will dominate and take over the world, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that starts today. So wish me luck on that. Also, I want to let you know that I'm going to be posting way more content because this is my fun season, the coaching carousel. Go ask Brendan Tobin and Robbie Cambo and Leroy Horde how much I would want to talk about the coaching carousel in the offseason. It is my pride and joy. I love it. I mean, if Urban possibly goes to the Jags, if Dan Mullen goes to the Jets, who's going to coach the Chargers? It's college. It's NFL. I love the coaching carousel. But let's talk about Tua and the Dolphins and the future. So the Dolphins went in the game they had to win against Buffalo. I knew it was going to be tough for them to win up there in Orchard Park because it's a tough place to play even with no fans. It was cold, and Josh Allen is unbelievable, and I really like the Bills and their future. And Miami was up against it, and obviously, the defense didn't play well. The Bills were able to do whatever the heck they wanted, and that's with possibly the defensive player of the year sitting on their defense. But it just didn't go their way. And then they had to root for a bunch of teams to win or to lose, and that didn't happen. So the Dolphins are out of the playoffs. And
interesting question.
Oh, shut up, Siri. This Apple Watch, I love it, but Siri sometimes just pops off. So the question is whether Tua is the future of this organization. And yesterday I tweeted, hey, who are the Dolphins going to draft with their first round pick as a quarterback? Kind of facetiously, but also kind of a little bit serious, because it is until you find your Aaron Rodgers, your Tom Brady, your Phillip Rivers, your Drew Brees, until you find that guy that you 100% know is going to be the future of your franchise for a decade to come, you keep taking stabs at quarterbacks. Maybe you don't go first round, but certainly within the draft, you keep drafting quarterbacks. It is a position that you can't afford to leave alone. That's just my personal thing. It's in college where you recruit one every year. In the NFL, I think you should draft one every year, unless you're one of those teams that is set. If you have Patrick Mahomes, if you have Drew Brees, if you have Aaron Rodgers, if you've got Josh Allen, if you've got Justin Herbert, if you've got one of those guys that you know is the guy, okay, leave it alone. Maybe you pick up a free agent to be your backup or what have you. But unless you have one of those guaranteed franchise quarterbacks, nay nay. I say nay nay. You keep going at it. So, listen, I don't want to overreact on Tua's horrible performance yesterday. I don't want to overreact to his performance this season because I don't think he was given a fair chance. He got pulled. He was being yanked around. I don't think Flo did him in the nicest way possible. And, I think that was all part of it. I think he's got skills. On the other hand, he certainly needs more time to grow. And whether he'll get to the level of a Herbert or an Allen or any of these newcomers that look like the real deal, we don't know yet. But I certainly wouldn't stop at Tua. I just wouldn't. I would keep going. Now, I think it'll be tempting for the Dolphins. Listen, the Dolphins can do a couple of different things at number 3, right? They can go and get, whichever either the kid from Ohio State or BYU, whoever's on the board after Trevor Lawrence, as a quarterback at number 3. They could decide to go with the receiver out of Alabama, Smith, at number 3. I don't think you draft running back at number 3 because it's a position. I don't want to say it's a dime a dozen, but I do want to say that you can find running backs, right? Like, who knew who Gaskin was, and he did a fine job. So I don't want to do that. But I think the Dolphins should look at drafting a quarterback somewhere in this draft to compete with Tua, or at least groom him, what have you, in case Tua doesn't work out. Again, I'm not ready to say goodbye to Tua. It could take 2 or 3 years to blossom in the NFL for a quarterback, and that's fine. The Dolphins certainly need to put more players around him. That's a given. But, I do like Gesicki at tight end, and they have a couple other good tight ends. They need to build the offensive line. I like Gaskin at running back. I like what they're doing there. So, I think finding a number 1 wide receiver, because it's not Devontae Parker, probably is something they need to do this offseason. But let's be honest, Tua did not show out to be the person that you automatically know is the starter for the next 10 years from the Miami Dolphins. That just didn't happen this year. Does that mean we give up on him? No. But does that mean we're all in on him? Absolutely not. So maybe you think I'm crazy, but I would entertain the idea of drafting a quarterback at number 3. And if not in the first round, if Kyle Trask makes it to the second round, I would entertain the idea of taking him there in the 3rd pick of the second round, or with maybe one of your later picks in the first round. You've got multiple picks. You've got all sorts of moves you can make. I would entertain the idea of picking up another quarterback, somebody that could possibly be a franchise quarterback if Tua does not make it long term. Maybe that's crazy talk. Maybe you're all in on he is the guy, he just doesn't have enough around him. I'm not so sure on that. I mean, certainly he needs more around him, but again, I'm not sold on he's the guy. That didn't come out to me this season for the Miami Dolphins. Could he be? Sure. Guys can grow. We've seen it before. But he may not be. And I think the Dolphins need to accept that possibility that he may not be the guy. I don't think that's rash. I don't think that's harsh. I don't think that's out of the realm of ridiculousness. I think it's what a smart organization would do. Listen, I don't know if Fitzpatrick's coming back to be the number 1 or number 2 or number 3 guy next year. Who knows? But the Dolphins could certainly, I think, gain from drafting a quarterback. That's my personal assessment. Maybe you disagree with me. And if you do, you can hit me up in the comments on this YouTube video. You can hit me up on social media at Miami Radio Beast. Oh man, I love this time of year with the coaching carousel and the playoffs and player moves. And we're all going to head to the draft, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going back to school, and I'm getting degrees, and it's just a wonderful time. It's a wonderful time. So thank you all for your support. I will continue to wear the comfy until they sponsor me, really, and then I'll continue to wear it more. I want to be a influencer and have comfy people all up in my business, letting me have all of the wealth and the fun of having comfy behind my channel. So I appreciate you. Happy 2021. Yeah, we did it. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace. Finger guns. We can do that. We're going to do a little finger gun action. Peace.